So I'm here with David, Lynn and Dougie from the Solway Aviation Museum. And first of all, congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And David, if we come to you first, can you just give us a brief overview of what the museum is all about?
Yes, the Aviation Museum based at Carlisle Airport is to collect British-designed aircraft from the Cold War era originally. It now expands to airfield vehicles and the collection is keeping growing. We're up to about 23 aircraft at the moment with a major project planned for later on this year to bring in the 24th aircraft, which will be down to Dougie to tell you about, because he's our contact and the guy that actually sourced the aircraft.
Okay, and so Dougie, if we come to you then, I mean, there's a broad range of aircraft that you have at the museum, isn't there? So what's this newest addition that's coming?
This new one, it's the very last Blackburn Beverley in the world. It's the sole survivor, and we're going to save it from the scrap man. It's a giant, colossus really. It weighs some 35 tonnes, and we're going to move it all the way to Solway Aviation Museum for people to look at. It's 162 feet in old money, the wingspan of it, which is... That's the logistic problem of moving the wing. The rest of the aircraft is quite easy because that splits into different parts, but it's the wing that's the problem. We've started a fundraising on Just Giving, and in 5 weeks we've raised 27 grand towards the... We think it'll be 100 grand by the time we move it and get it back together and painted.
Oh, fantastic. And Lynn, people visit the museum from, I mean, it's been going for some time now. People visit you from all over the world, don't they?
They do. We get people who've had family who've perhaps served in the RAF or who were perhaps stationed at was RAF Crosby-on-Eden during the war. But we get visitors who are just visiting the Lake District and they've heard about us and they come to see us. So we've got a real mixture of different kinds of visitors from young and old, so it's... And as I say, we're all run by unpaid volunteers who thoroughly enjoy it. And because we're so enthusiastic about the collection and looking after it, we've got a very good reputation for being a very friendly place to come and visit.
Yeah, I was just about to touch on that. That sort of that volunteer-led aspect. Does that give it a more sort of community feel? And it's why people come perhaps multiple times a year and have been coming for years.
I think it's because it's not a job, it's a hobby, it's a pleasure, it's enjoyable. There's a great bunch of people that work there and they really enjoy talking to the customers and visitors and telling them about the aircraft. And a few of them tell them about their own personal history. We have an ex-Vulcan pilot that comes up and talks about his adventures in the Vulcan. It keeps everyone enthralled for ages, so much that we've had to put a time limit on going into the Vulcan because the people are just so enthralled by seeing inside aircraft, which is getting very rare for museums nowadays. They want you to sort of walk around them, but we like you to get into whatever is safe to get into. And that's part of the overall experience, is climbing into these magnificent aircraft.
And finally, Doug, if we go back to the planes, as David alluded to, that people can see it from the outside, but go in as well. But they don't arrive ready to go, do they? In terms of their appearance, there's plenty of renovation that needs to be done. Is that right?
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of renovation to do, and a lot of things that are inside the aircraft that we've got to get rid of. One of them that we collected a few years ago was a thing called a gannet. And the first thing we had to do was to evict the family of rats that were inside.
Oh, wow.
So and it starts from there. We bring them back, and the volunteers get on with it, give it a good clean, get it all washed down, rub it down, paint it. New decals, new canopies when we can source them, and they look like new again.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on your award, and thanks very much for taking time to speak to us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.